Hello Tim, I've got your High Res Sqirl model loaded here. It's got good shape for the swirls. You forgot to cut the hole in the top. It'd be an okay model for normal computer screen renderings, but as a watertight mesh, I don't know, at least 20 hours to fix it up. Now we'll go in here. We just go up to the top, and instead of a hole being cut, we've got one set of polygons that goes just on the inner circle, plus another set of polygons on top going around the other circle. Now throughout, we'll go down to the bottom of the model here. Throughout the model there are places where there are complete holes because the triangles are missing. So you can see here, you can see the inner section, and here's the outer section of the object. And now if we move in here, change my zoom. Okay, now what you can see happening is we've got a different number of segments on this on the cylindrical section to the number of segments that are on the spiral section. So what happens is we don't have a proper mesh. What we should have, for every line we see coming up here, we should also have a line going up this way. So what we end up with, if you look closely in here, you can see a little triangle in there. So throughout the whole model, on both the inner and the outer shells, there are these little triangles putting things together with minimal or zero area. And that will all cause trouble in 3D printing, or at least it should for what I know. Now, if I take here and I click on the vertex, and I'll go on here and I'll just move down, and I'll move this one down, and move this one down. Now you can see that these are all attached, and then we have another triangle in here which forms this other area, and this should have all been divided to match up. Now I'll okay, put them all back to the way they were. Now, one way of fixing this for the hole, that's easy to get rid of. I can just take and snap this vertex over to here, and that's got rid of it. And to fix up in this area, I could also snap the vertexes over. I could do this one. I'm going to click on this button so I don't have to hold down the control key, and then I'll click on this one to get it selected. I've got two selected. I'll go snap to vertex, turn off keep relative position, and then I can snap both these right over to this one. And so we've closed up the hole, and then we're matching up the area. And I'll say okay. Then we could come over to here and click here, and now you can see, as soon as we go around, because of the uneven number of vertices, we don't have these three, we don't have any match up. So now we could say, okay, which way we should move. And I would think in this one we would take these two and move them, which would be, I'd have to go back to the first vertex, then switch back to connected mode, get that one, and then do a snap to, and come back up to here, and that puts them together. Now you've got sort of those things going around the whole model. Now I'll just reset the camera, and we'll just come up here now. When the cylinder was generated, for however many segments went into it, when the spiral was generated, there should have been the same number of segments in it, so that you're going to have the vertices lining up top to bottom. Now, when we go around and look at this, this looks like we've got the same number of segments going around. And when we go around on the spiral, you'll see it changes. Now, we're generating with quite wide spaces between the vertices top and bottom. And then as we come around, we then get in. Now we're generating more here to match up with the vertices that are on top. And even though this is happening, we get spots in here where there is everything doesn't match up. Okay, we're matching up along here, but here we've got one that's matching on an edge there, and we've got a triangle in there which is at virtually at least I think this is one of the areas. I'll got to select switch modes here, click on this one, and now I'm just going to move down and we'll see what happens. Okay, we didn't get a hole, so we're forming a little triangle in there. So we had a triangle which is of virtually minimal area, so that's something that you can't really pick up on to do turn the printer head on and off. Now if I go to snap to vertex and snap it to that vertex, okay, I've got rid of that. So now I would have to go around and pick up any one of those that occur in there to straighten that up. Now this is going to happen on both the outer shell, the inner shell, from top to bottom. Now we'll go over into this area here. Now you can see, okay, we're not matched up, different order. So now I'm going to click on this vertex and I'll move it up, and click on this one and move it up, and again with this one, and again with this one. Now you can see we've got all triangles in there all squished together. So to straighten this up, I would have to say take and snap this vertex to this one, say OK, and then select this vertex, go to connected mode, pick these two up, do a snap to vertex, and then we're going to connect to that one, and then say OK. And so we're straightening it up. Now on top of that, then would have to go around and fix everything, top to bottom, inner or outer. That's hours and hours and hours of work. So what you have to see is if you can make different settings in DesignCAD to create the polygon mesh without creating this mess. Otherwise, I don't know, I would guess at least 20 hours to fix this up by hand. So you can send me an email when you decide what you want to do. That's all.